I know there's many of you out there that love a really good cheesecake, and you're gonna love this one. This is my blueberry cheesecake, a very classic recipe, and I'm changing it up because I'm going to add some ginger snap biscuits. This is 220 grams of biscuit. I've placed it into a food processor and blended it until it's a fine crumb, just like this. To this, I will add some butter, so melted butter. We'll pour that in. And we'll give that a really good mix until it looks like wet sand. And you know that it's the right consistency when you just place the back of your spoon on it and press down, and it sets firmly just like that. So I'm using a 20 centimetre springform tin just for extra assurance so it comes out perfectly. I've placed some baking paper in the bottom and a collar around the sides, and we're going to add our mixture. And we're going to use the back of our spoon again to spread it out evenly. So once that's quite even, you want to smooth it out as even as you can. We want to make sure it's compact. So just use a bottle to press down firmly so it's quite compact. And this needs to firm up. So into the fridge or freezer, you want that butter to go really cold again, so it won't take long at all. Onto the filling, so you'll need some cream cheese, and I've brought it to room temperature. You want this to be at room temperature so we don't get any lumps. We want it to be really smooth. So we'll place that in along with 200 mils of sour cream, and we'll scoop that in. So just a classic cream cheese filling, made even better with the blueberries that I'll add in a moment. Some vanilla bean paste, about a teaspoon is enough. And I love the addition of some lemon zest. So we'll just grate that straight into the bowl. Some sugar, so we'll rain the sugar in. Lid goes on, and I'll blend this until it's really smooth and glossy. And I'll keep the motor going, and then I'll add the eggs. Now you'll need 3 eggs for this. You want to beat them really well between each addition of the eggs. Right, this is looking smooth as it should, and it smells so good. I love the smell of that vanilla. So now we need to add some blueberries, because I want blueberries in the filling and then also on the top. I'm just going to remove this blade and pop it into this bowl for now. And I'll fold in 1 punnet of fresh blueberries. Look how plump and beautiful they are. So in they go. You need fresh blueberries for this recipe because you don't want them to be too watery. And these ones have got loads of flavour. So just fold that through, and I'll pour this into the prepared tin. And it does look slightly runny at this stage, but fear not, as this cooks long and slow, it'll set perfectly. And I'm going to place the last 3 punnets onto this tray. So just pour them out and just let them run wild. And to accentuate their sweetness, I'll add some extra sugar and just give them a bit of a jiggle around. And the whole idea is for these to cook long and slow too, and burst slightly, still holding their shape but releasing a lot of the juices. This is what I'm going to add to the cooked cheesecake. So you want to cook this cheesecake at a really low temperature, 150 degrees, and it's going to cook for about an hour to an hour and a half. The blueberries I'm going to leave in the oven for 45 minutes, and then I'll remove them. What you want to do, and this is my little trick, if you don't want any cracks on your cheesecake, just allow it to cool completely in the oven before chilling it in the fridge. Okay, off to the oven. Cake has come out of the oven, and you can see it has perfectly set. Now, if you get a little crack in it, it's not the end of the world. It is still going to taste delicious. And also, we're going to cover it with these blueberries. And look at these berries. Look how they've burst. All the juices have been released. Just gorgeous. So let's take the collar off the cheesecake and that baking paper. You can see the little blueberries that have stained the cheesecake. And I'll place our cheesecake on a cake stand and then carefully lowering that on. Perfect. So let's adorn it with our blueberries and its juices. And we'll just scatter them over the top. You can see why you need at least 3 punnets, because you want to cover the top entirely. You want to leave these blueberries just to the last minute before serving them, just so they glisten and look quite pretty, just like this. Last little bit. Now that, my friends, is the ultimate cheesecake.